I really like the addition of Dre'mont Jones. I thought he really made his impact, felt early on. We saw a Ravens pass rush, which is something that this defense has sorely been missing throughout the season. But I saw JJ McCarthy get flushed out of the pocket a lot. I saw JJ McCarthy have to second guess himself and kind of readjust. He wasn't just sitting back there in the pocket all comfortable and just, being able to scan the field left and right. That's what this Ravens defense needed. It's what this team needed. Kyle Hamilton continues to be an incredible impact player. Alohi Gilman has, again, allowed him to do that. This was a win-win trade with the Ravens and the Chargers. Sending away Odafe Oweh to the Chargers and getting Gilman, has allowed this defense to really transform themselves. They're allowing fewer points. There's far less mistakes. And now we're starting to see the pass rush come around. This is a very encouraging sign. The offense started off very slow in the first half. I thought, really picked it up in the second half. They were okay. I can't say this was the Ravens' offense best day, but what they didn't do was turn the football over against a really aggressive Brian Flores defense that the Vikings possess. The Ravens did a really good job of not turning the football over, getting JJ McCarthy short fields. They gave him a long field to work with, and they forced him into a lot of mistakes. There were some errant throws from JJ McCarthy that led to probably the easiest interceptions that Malachi Starks and Marlon Humphrey will ever have. Throwing into double coverage, trying to make a play. I think with Marlon Humphrey's interception, Justin Jefferson just stepped on his foot. It's a one-on-one with Justin Jefferson versus Marlon Humphrey. You're probably going to take that matchup 9 times, if not 10 out of 10 times. So it was an unfortunate, stumble from Justin Jefferson, and Marlon Humphrey ended up intercepting the ball there for his second interception. I thought Roquan Smith had that third interception, but they ended up ruling it incomplete, to each their own. But overall, just the Ravens are playing with a sense of urgency, which is something you want to see from a team that in the beginning had Super Bowl aspirations. By no means are they out of the woods yet. It's encouraging that they won 3 straight games against teams that you think that they should beat, but by no means are they out of the woods yet. You're catching up to the Pittsburgh Steelers. You have a chance to overtake them for the AFC North title, which could be a good gateway for you into the playoffs and getting a home playoff game after the start that you've had. But the job's far from finished. It's only going to get tougher because now these next 5 games, you've got 4 division games. And it starts with going to Cleveland, a place where the Ravens have lost last year against the likes of Jameis Winston and largely that same team with Myles Garrett. So the Ravens have no room and no reason to start getting complacent and think that they're just going to walk into Cleveland and get an easy win. Cleveland is never an easy win. They can be 0-9, they can be 0-12. It doesn't matter. Myles Garrett leading that defense is going to be very disruptive, as he always is. He's unstoppable at times. And you have to be on your P's and Q's if you're the Ravens. You cannot lose this game. You can't. One is a divisional game. You need those division games to help your playoff case. And overall, you're still a below 500 team. So you can ill afford to go into Cleveland, a team that you are better than, and get complacent and allow the Cleveland Browns to steal a game from you. It's just inexcusable. You're playing against a rookie quarterback in Dylan Gabriel. You can't lose that game, flat out. So good win from the Ravens. Still a long way to go. It's an encouraging sign, where they've gotten going. It's an encouraging sign to see the defense getting better, especially with Dre'mont Jones providing that pass rush. But they're in for a dogfight. No pun intended. And it starts in Cleveland.